but I'm going to be recording it just so we can put it on our YouTube. But thank you so much for everyone to hopping on this call tonight, just because I know that everyone's time is really precious. So I'm going to try and make it super quick, super informative. And then, yeah, basically, we're going to have a little bit of a guest speaker at the end, which is nice, a little bit of a story share. And I'm basically just going to take you through everything there is to know about this business, like a big overview. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, cool. So, welcome everyone to the Rise Above community. That's us. My name is Danica, if you don't know me. And yeah, I'm a part of this community. I was probably the third person within our community. And yeah, it's been a wild ride. Like, we have come so far since like I started. So it's just really exciting, to see what's to come in the future for us, because there's big things to come. We've already had so many new things coming up with this community and within this business, and it's still really a ground floor opportunity. So who are we? We are a global social marketing community, and we're here to change the online space and inspire other people to rise up to their full potential. So we are a global community, and I really do mean that. We have girls all over the world that are with us, mostly in Australia and New Zealand at the moment, but we do have people in Canada, the United States, over in Europe, the UK, South America, everywhere. So really, really cool that, we get to build this business with so many amazing people all over the world online. And then as well, we get to know each other in person, which is one of the best things I've ever come across. So that's a little bit about us and who we are. So essentially, we have all built our business the same way. And tonight I'm going to talk about kind of like how you can do that as well. So how we have done that is we are all people who are in the same community and do the same thing, but we all have our own uniqueness. So we've all managed to build a personal brand on social media, on whatever platforms we choose. And with that, we get to be partnered with a company who actually pays us to promote and sell their products and to teach other people how to do that as well. And the name of that company is Valentis. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Valentis and, what it has to offer, and so you can kind of get the full picture of what is actually on the table here. So we get to be authentically ourselves and build a personal brand while being partnered with this company in the background, which is amazing. So facts about Valentis, they were launched in 2014. So we're coming up to our 7-year anniversary, which is insane. Such a brand new company still. And like I said, it's a global thing. So 94 countries is where we operate. And currently we've only been launched in Australia and New Zealand since December 2020, which is insane. So I actually started a year prior to us actually being officially launched in Australia and New Zealand. So we are fresh. Like, this is a ground floor opportunity. We're completely debt free, backed by millions of dollars in capital. This company doesn't do anything half-ass. They make sure they have all of the money. They pay out all of their products to manufacture them and stuff. They don't do anything by credit. They are completely debt free. So that's really important, especially for a newer company. You want them to make sure they're doing everything by the book and they're completely debt free so that they're not going anywhere. We were mentioned in the top 3 fastest social marketing companies to work with by the Business for Home website, and that was in 2019 and 2020 as well. And that's a pretty big deal because they're a big organization in the direct selling and social marketing space. Our sales have been insane. So we've basically doubled or tripled our sales every year for the past like 3.5, 4 years. So we did $19 million of sales in 2019 and then 70 in 2020. The 2021 financial year, so what's just gone, we did over 220 million, and we're estimated to hit over 300 million at the end of 2022, which is insane. And what do? We distribute a growing range of health and wellness products that are both consumable and transportable. So what's really important about that is essentially we have these products that you can carry in your purse. They can be sent all over the world, and they're basically a healthy swap to your daily beverage, with way more health benefits. So it's basically like taking all your vitamins and minerals in one easy to drink and delicious, supplement. So really, really cool that we get to do that with them. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more on the products. Like I was saying, we offer an exclusive range of health and wellness drinks. Um, and some other supplements as well. So they're very futuristic. They're made with the finest natural ingredients. Like I said, this company doesn't do anything half-assed. They use really, really amazing ingredients, and they're designed to keep people coming back for more. So this is a product that you're not just going to use once or twice. It's not something that you spend thousands of dollars on. It's something that you spend a couple dollars on every month and continue to use them, right? It's a lifestyle switch. And we also offer a coffee, and a coffee is not just a drink, it's actually a global commodity. So it's actually one of the world's highest traded and products, and second only most to oil, which is insane. So we get the chance to capitalize on that within this opportunity as well. And like I was saying, our products work by taking one per day to assist in a range of health benefits. So mood, alertness, skin, hair, nails, sleep, feeling fuller for longer, bloating, hunger triggers. They help with so many amazing things. So yeah, I am absolutely obsessed with them, as I know a lot of us are. And we also get to take part in these 5 fast growing industries right now, which is insane. Um, and, not a lot of companies get to capitalize on multiple industries, but we do. So we capitalize on social media, home based business, health and wellness, weight management or weight loss. And yeah, obviously, health and wellness is a huge, huge industry to be in right now. And same with coffee. Like coffee, if you're in the coffee business, like that's not going anywhere. That's a huge, huge industry worldwide. So it's amazing that with this, you get all of those. I'm going to quickly touch on the ways that we earn. I'm not going to go into it too much. I'm basically just going to quickly mention them, just because if I go into it too much, it's going to take about 10 minutes of our time. The person that's invited you on this call can go more into depth with any questions you have about the 8 ways we earn. So essentially, we have 8 ways of earning. We can earn daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly with this compensation plan, which is really cool. So the first way that we earn is our retail commissions, and that's from buying and selling the products. Secondly, we have the first order bonus. So that comes from when a customer places an order through your link, or if you're introducing someone to the business and you're sponsoring them into the business. The legacy bonus, I'll go into that a little bit later. It's basically an additional bonus for business builders coming and ordering through your personal website link that you're teaching the business. Dual team commissions are essentially us being paid out on the volume of products that our team and us have sold. The check matching bonus is where commissions are paid out up to 7 generations deep and up to 10% of what your team members earned that week. So people that you're sponsoring into this business, they're making their own money, but you're also making money off of them as well from the company, because without you, sorry, they wouldn't be where they are. They wouldn't know how to do this business. And I like to make something really clear when I speak about this, because I think there's a bad stigma around this industry. And before I started, I thought that, making money off of someone meant that I was taking their income away from them and that I'm just making their money. And that's not actually what it is. So when I say, you're making money off of them, they're making completely their own money. And what you're making comes from the company paying you because you found another distributor to promote and sell their products for them and promote their business, right? So I just like to make that really clear, because I actually thought that, before I started, that was the way it was, that I was stealing someone else's money. So when you're earning off of someone, it's coming from the company. It has nothing to do with the person that you're actually getting a check matching bonus for. The 6th way that we earn is the global enrollment bonus, which is a monthly way we get paid. And that's when you introduce 3 business builders or more within a calendar month. The 7th way of earning is the car bonus, one of our favorites. So that makes us really, really different. Not every company has this. So when you reach the diamond rank and above, you actually start to get a monthly bonus check. And this is going to start from $400 USD, which is about 550 to 600, depending on the conversion rate in Australian dollars, all the way up to 3,000 US dollars, depending on what rank you're at. And that will be paid out as just a monthly bonus check for being at that rank. That allows you to get a car of your choice, whatever car that you like. It's going to be in your name. It's your car. You're just going to get a monthly bonus check for it that will help you pay for it, essentially. So really, really cool. The company's basically paying for a car for you. And yeah, like I said, it can be any car you like. Here's Rachel here with her beautiful Mercedes that she earned from the company. They actually added an eighth way of earning just this past year, which is the yearly way of earning. That is the global profits pool bonus. And essentially, all it is everything you do throughout the year, you're going to get a bonus check for at the end of the year. So you're going to make your money, through the year for doing those things. And at the end of the year, they're going to basically count up all the things that you did, and they're going to give you a bonus check that will come in January. So you're not only going to get paid once for all the things you did throughout the year, you're going to get paid again in a huge chunk of money at the end of the year. Like, it's just the most generous company I've ever heard of. It's insane. This is kind of a little bit of what makes us different. So we work off of a power line system, which means it's kind of like a timeline. So that's why I always say to people, it really does matter when you're getting in. So get in quick, get in and place your first order. When you pre-enroll, which means when you start with us, you're actually going to, before you're actually a full member and you've placed an order, you're going to get a temporary spot in what's called our power line. And the system automatically places people under you who enroll after you in the power line, even if you didn't enroll them. So maybe your upline enrolled them, maybe other people that your upline has on their team enrolled them. If you place your first order within our pay week, then you'll keep your position in the power line where you were placed, and then you'll be able to earn off of everyone who's underneath you, which is really cool, even if you didn't recruit them. But if you don't place your order by the cutoff date, the system will take away your spot and move you further down the power line when you actually decide to place your first order, right? So you could have someone come in who is a gun and who, makes so many sales and produces so much volume. And if you were able to place your order quickly enough, you would be, earning off of everything they do, whether you had recruited them or not, which is really, really cool. That's something that makes us completely different. Another thing is the legacy bonus. So this is really important and a huge way that we earn in this business. So this is kind of a snapshot of the way it works, and you'll get to understand this more when you actually start with us. So essentially all it is when you teach your first 3 business builders how to build in this business, you'll get $100 for each of them. So 100, 100, 100. On your 4th business builder, you'll start to get 200 US dollars from then on. So for introducing and helping one person get, come into this business and make a profit and place their business builder order, you're going to get 200 USD. Like, that's close to, like, some weeks I've gotten like 280 Australian dollars for that, for one person. For some people, that's like 2 days of work, 3 days of work at their normal job. So for actually just helping someone, that's how much you're going to get. And that's on your 4th business builder and onwards. Then once they get their first 3 business builders, you're also going to get paid $100 USD for their business builders as well. So they're getting paid for them, but you're also getting paid for them as well. So it's kind of just a win-win. It's a really cool system. And that's what makes us different. So I wanted to just touch on my story a bit. Some of you guys may know it if you have seen me around, but to say that this has changed my life is just, that would be understating it a lot. When I moved to Australia, I was 22 years old. So I moved here to be with my partner. And as you can imagine, that was very expensive. Like, moving to a house in the same city is very expensive, let alone moving your entire life overseas to be with someone at the age of 22. So I had to pay for a year of university up front, which was like 25 grand, to live on a student visa with him for a year. And then after that, we did the partnership visa, which is like 14 grand ish total. So technically I've spent probably close to like 40 grand to move to Australia. And obviously at the age of 23, when you're like in between jobs and moving back and forth from, countries that are 15,000 kilometers apart, that takes a toll on you financially. So here I was moved to Australia wanting to live my dream life. And the only thing I could do to make money was to go and get a corporate job. So I got a corporate job and I kind of just fell into some really bad habits. I wasn't really living the life that I set out to live here. I was sitting, in a cubicle under fluorescent lights in the middle of a city when I'm living in Australia, one of the countries on the planet with the most beautiful beaches, the hottest summers, the outback, like all of these places to explore. And there I am wasting it sitting in an office. And I began to get in, the cycle of working Monday to Friday. I was out of the house from like 6:30 in the morning. I got home at like 6:30 at night. And then I, turn on the TV, watch Netflix, eat some dinner, and go to sleep and do it all again for 5 days. And then on the weekends, I would just, go out with people I met from work. They were probably not the greatest friends, kind of toxic for me. And, drinking on the weekends and then doing it all over again, like a little cycle. And I kind of just realized that it wasn't really the life that I wanted to live. And I was living some weeks off of like literally like $10 to $20 to my name after all of my bills were paid. And I just couldn't do anything that I wanted to do. And I just didn't want to live like that anymore. So I decided to, I decided I did want to work online. I did want a brand. I wanted to do something, but I just didn't know how. Like I had no idea what was involved. I had no idea what I could do to get started. And so I actually came across an ad on Instagram for this opportunity. And that was in very end of December 2019. And yeah, I kind of just went for it just because I saw that there was really nothing to lose, and that, I was scared of what people would think of me. I was like anxious. I was not the most confident person in the world. Like I couldn't imagine myself talking to a group of people on a Zoom like I am right now. Like that was so not me at the time. But I did want and crave that change. And so I just went for it, and I wasn't very good at it. It took me a long time. I had a slow start. And when I lost my job due to COVID, because I worked in travel, I was one of the first people to be let go. I was kind of faced with, do I move home to Canada and sacrifice my entire life here, all of the money I've spent, all of, my relationship, everything, or do I give this business 100%? And it was kind of that point where I started to go full throttle within my business. And that's kind of when everything changed for me. So that was about 3 months into my business journey. And when I started going full throttle, I changed everything. So within about 3.5 months, I went from earning, some side money here and there from this business to earning like a solid, like three to four figure, like weekly pay from this business. And I started to realize what it could actually do for people if you went all in. And yeah, so in June, I hit my next big promotion, June 2020. And that was kind of a big turning point in my business where I realized that I did want to work online, and I did want to transition to, completely working online for myself. And that was a big goal of mine. And yeah, and ever since, I've just been loving it. I have more time freedom than I ever could have thought. And now it's, I've kind of taken the onus off of it's all for me, and that I just want the money and the material things, to I just actually want to show people what's possible, because this did save my life in Australia. And that, that it really did. Like I don't know where I would be without it. So I just want to give that to other people now, because it's insane what it can do for you. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm going to share some other little stories of people as well. So Hannah Gallagher, she is actually $1 million yearly earner with us. So like name another profession where you can start, and then 3.5 years later you're a millionaire. Like nothing, hardly anything like is like that, right? And mind you, something that you can actually invest little to no money in to become a millionaire in 3.5 years. Like that is actually unheard of. So she was originally a makeup artist. She hated the hours, because if you think about makeup artists, they do weddings and early mornings and late nights and that kind of thing. Hated the hours. She worked constantly. She loved makeup and doing makeup, but she just kind of realized that like she was never going to just be able to step away from that business. And if you're a makeup artist, if you're not working, you don't get paid, right? You work off of the jobs that you're doing. So yeah, she's been with us 3.5 years. She did have previous experience. She gets a qualified trip to the Bahamas every year, which everyone is eligible for. Once you get to the triple diamond rank, you can actually go to the Bahamas every year, fly business class, get everything paid for, and bring a +1, which is really cool. She's literally helped 700 people quit their full-time jobs to do this. And she also gets a $2,000 monthly car bonus paycheck, which is insane. We also have Regan, who actually built her entire business working full time. She actually worked 10 to 12 hour days for the NHS, which is like their hospital system over there in the UK. She gets $800 USD per month for a car, and she also has saved enough for 2 house deposits since starting. So she actually went and quit her 9 to 5 at the age of 28. So now she does this full time, and she just works for herself from anywhere. So yeah, that's a little bit about some of the people in the business, but I wanted to go over as well what a business like this takes care of for you. And now this is really important, because what I get a lot of when I speak to people is they're like, well, why don't you just go off and start your own thing? And why don't you do this? And, they have a lot to say about it. But this is, for me, what I realized was already done for me when I was starting this. So you don't have to worry about your warehousing. You don't have to worry about producing products and finding a manufacturer and all this stuff. You don't have to worry about accounts or payroll. So obviously that's all done. Valentis is going to pay everyone who you teach about this business on your behalf. So accounts, payroll, legalities, the paperwork, nothing. Everything's already set up for you. You get your back office system, and then you get access to all of our training groups as well. And then of course the products are already made, so you don't have to worry about the rules and regulations in different countries and sourcing the right ingredients and all of that kind of stuff. Rules, product creation, so all of that is done for you, which is really cool. So this is what you get when you start with us: personal one-on-one coaching with your mentor, how to grow in your social media and build a personal brand, which we are huge on, access to our private training groups that have helped create 6 and 7 figure earners. So we use Facebook groups for all of our training. And obviously all of these girls I'm speaking about have, built those training groups, as well as, do trainings in them all the time. We get our supportive and motivating community. Our community is amazing. I've met some of my best friends through this. It's just crazy. People always laugh at me because they're like, oh, how'd you guys meet? And it's like, oh no, we literally met on Instagram through our online business. Like, I tell people that, and people are like, oh, but that is just the normality. Like, that is so normal now. Like, we need to normalize that. So you also get a made for you system that gets massive results. You get access to already made content and specialized training. So we have a whole bunch of content. If you're someone who has no idea, maybe you're not that active on social media and that's what you're worried about, you get access to that content that's already pre-made for you, things that are already pre-made, tasks to do, and that kind of thing. You get a chance to qualify for the car bonus, obviously, travel incentives, cash incentives, which we always have. You'll also get invited to in-person events and training too. So this is how you get started. There's 2 different ways. So the first option is the 7-day trial option. So you'll be taken through a 7-day trial system where essentially you're going to be taught the task that you need to promote and sell your first lot of products to place a bulk order at the weekend. So essentially someone is going to be sending you, whoever your mentor is going to be sending you tasks and the content to post every single day for 7 days. And the whole point of that is to try and get a pre-order of people wanting to order products. You're going to use that money to then place your bulk order at the end of the week, and there's going to be cash left over in your bank account, and that's going to be your cash profit. So that's the free way of getting started. Obviously you will have to push really hard to get those orders in your first week, and to kind of you need to definitely be going full throttle. Oops, sorry, a little sneak peek. Yeah, so you definitely need to be going full throttle to be successful with that 7-day trial option. The other option would be to fast track. So that's essentially the exact same thing. You get the exact same training as the 7-day free trial, but you're going to be able to lock in your position straight away because you're placing your bulk order of products, so they're already on the way to you, and then you're just going to be selling them off. When you get them, or even before, you're going to have access to that same training, the same content, all of that stuff. So the only difference is you're locking in your position in that power line so that you can start to earn that residual income off of people that are coming in after you. So if you have more questions about how to join and that kind of thing, you want to reach out to whoever's invited you on this call. But that's enough from me. I'm going to pass it over to Paige, which is one of our Structured Emerald leaders. So I might just stop sharing my screen, and she's just going to tell you a little bit about her journey and what she recommends as someone who wants to work online as well.
Hi everyone, I am Paige. I am from New Zealand. I was one of Danica's first leaders. I've been with her pretty much since the beginning. I honestly I started working essentially because I was working 3 different jobs and also studying full time. I would pretty much work from about 5 o'clock till about 10 p.m. all day, every day. And I'd usually sleep like 3, 4 hours a day. And honestly, I could not see myself doing that for 70 years working for someone else. My boss was also not a very nice person. And I couldn't understand how this was life. Like this was meant to be my future. I was that person that always put my hand up for an extra shift. I was doing those surveys online just to earn an extra like 20 or $40. That's like, I was always trying to find new ways to make money, absolutely anything to get ahead pretty much. Now I had been offered so many other opportunities first, but I was so like, I did not even have the money myself to like invest. And I know that sounds bad, but I like that's how skint I was, because I was paying off all my student debt. I was like moving my house as well. I literally had no money to my name. So when Danica messaged me and she literally just said it's a free opportunity, I thought, why not? I literally had nothing to lose by giving it a go. And within 8 days, I think I made like $800 or $900. And mind you, that is more than I made from like my jobs, and I worked 3 different jobs. So I was like, what? What the heck? Within like 3 months, I had cut my hours down from one of my restaurant jobs. I would usually work around 40, 50 hours a week, and I had cut that down to about 20, because I had replaced my income through working online. When I first started, I was honestly miserable. I was depressed. I had no social connections. I was in my own little bubble. I had no friends that really understood me or wanted to connect with me. So I just needed to find a new passion, a new purpose. I knew that I didn't want to go into my uni field of study because I could not see myself doing that for like 50 odd years. And yeah, I just absolutely love what this whole community is about. I obviously tried the products and I lost like 6 kgs in like 4 weeks, which was absolutely insane. Fast forward with a year, I obviously hit my Structured Emerald promotion in June, which is absolutely insane. I'm now a mum as well, and I came off maternity leave, I would like to say maybe the start of July. And I knew that I did not, under any circumstance, want to go back to work. So for me, that was my push to make sure that I could work from home around my beautiful baby girl. And now I run my own successful online business with an amazing community surrounded by me every single day. I obviously can work from home around my 6-month-old baby girl, and I will never have to answer to a boss ever again, which is incredible. I feel like that is one of the most amazing things that life can give you. And I feel like the biggest advice that I can give anyone who is just sitting on the fence is just go for it. Like, because we have our free opportunity, you have nothing to lose. And yeah, I had a lot of negative comments towards me. I'm sure everyone will have at least one or two in their day. But with the success through our team, like obviously Rachel was one of my biggest inspirations. Like Regan, Hannah, absolutely anyone like in the UK and in Australia, so inspirational. So I was like, you know what? I see the success. I'm going to go for it. And I went for it and it did not disappoint. So I reckon if you are sitting on the fence, just go for it. You will not regret your decision, and don't knock it till you try it, because you can never know until you give it a go. Thank you all for listening.
Thanks, Paige. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. But yeah, thanks, guys. That's pretty much everything that we wanted to share with you tonight. If you have been invited on this call, I would just suggest that you maybe follow up with whoever invited you. And, if you have any additional questions or concerns, maybe just chat to them because they've been through it. They were once where you are. I was once where you are. Same with Paige, same with everyone. So yeah, reach out to whoever invited you on this call. And then, yeah, just ask them any questions. And we're so excited to get to know you more if you are starting with us. So thank you so much. And I hope that everyone has a really good night as well. Bye.